So I'm like, this is a legitimate attack, and I think this is an engineering problem. So my assumption was this was an external party because I had listened to General Brown, right? So I'm like, somebody's trying to make us pissed off at each other. So I'm just going to go figure this out because all these companies, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, some other companies, they all contacted me.
Because of the tweet storm?
Yeah. To some extent, people at each of these companies, not the companies themselves, but people at these companies, in their own way, they reached out and they were like, yeah, so this thing you're talking about, it's totally real, and we lose sleep over this, and we try really hard, and this is difficult.
Were they defensive? Did they feel like you were criticizing them?
No, they felt like finally somebody gets it. That's the tone. I just reached out to them and I was like, can I come hang out with you and ask you questions and get to the bottom of this? And they're like, yeah, we have to work it through all these official channels, but please come out. We want you to understand because we know you're going to do the smarter everyday thing, but we want you to understand so you can do it right. I was like, thank you. And so I did that. I got on a plane, went out there, and I talked to people. And I've got an upcoming series on that.
We're not going to talk about everything that happened there because you have an upcoming series on that.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'd like to hold some punches back, but the upshot is,
That's fair.
this is what I learned. Like, this is going to be the punchline in the videos. This is a complex engineering problem. They are literally under attack every single day. And for us to sit back and think that it's a bunch of humans at YouTube that have malicious intent, that just are lazy and not doing anything, or these humans at Twitter, these humans at Facebook, oh yeah, they just don't get it. They're just letting all this bad stuff happen. That is a naive, self-centered, childish look at how these things work.
Wow.
Because however complicated you think this stuff is, it is orders of magnitude more complicated than that.
Okay, but all right, I hear you on that. But how on earth does it help someone's cause to make an awful news video? I mean, from what I saw, there was no real opinion or angle in the video. It was just kind of a lazy repetition of some bizarre comments the president made. Like, you don't need Russian bots to attack YouTube in order to feel like from time to time the president makes goofy comments. I mean, whether you find that endearing or not is another question. But I don't see what the upside is of that particular example.
Okay, let's just go into this. So my assumption was that this was an ideological attack where these people wanted us to hate each other. So they're going to get to the most divisive issue possible at the time, which is politics. And if you listen to the text of what that bot is talking about, it's like taking a very Democrats think this, aren't they bad kind of approach.
Oh, okay, so I turned it off too soon.
So my assumption was they're trying to get Republicans and Democrats to hate each other.
Okay.
So I went out there to YouTube, and I even alluded to that in my little Twitter storm there. I went out there, and they're like, no, that's not what this is. I was like, what do you mean? Look at it. They're like, it works like this. The goal for people in developing nations is to make money. And if they can figure out a way to make money from a computer farm, they're going to do it. And so these attacks are motivated for two different reasons primarily. Number one is financial. If they can figure out a way to create incentivized content, and the incentive is getting money from advertisements, they're going to do it.
Yep.
And I asked them, I was like, how much money do you think they're putting behind making this kind of content? And they're like, millions of dollars. I was like, what? I was like, yeah, think about it. If they can figure out a way to make money on our system, they're going to do it. And they're going to play within the rules. This is the thing. All this junk is within the rules. They're going to make this content and try to game the system in any way possible in order to send money to themselves. And so that's why you slowly are seeing the bar being raised on these platforms. You hear people complain now, well, I can't become a YouTube partner because I don't have X thousand subscribers. And the reason is because if they kept the bar low, then all these machines could jump over the bar. You see what I'm saying?
I do. The thing that's interesting, though, is, at least in the example you're giving me, the thing that whoever this is, from wherever they are, believes that can get our attention and earn clicks is divisive stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
They're smart enough to know that's what works.
Yeah.
And I'm smart enough to know that's what works, even when it's tongue-in-cheek. If I make a video that's right through the front door, like, here's some stuff about some things from the Bible, I've got a good subscriber base, and they will watch that and will engage, and it's a good experience. But if I make stuff that is pushing back on fringe, bizarro ideas, I'll get double the views on that kind of a video, just because there's tension and disagreement built into the premise of the video.
I'm about to blow your mind, dude. What I'm about to show you, you have not thought about yet, because I had not thought about it a week ago, and I'm knee-deep into this stuff.
If you hadn't thought of it, then I definitely haven't.
Shut
because
up.
of how our brains both are.
My point is,
No, go ahead.
I'm knee-deep into
It
this.
needed to be said.
It needed to be
that
said.
needed to be said.
I apologize. Okay, this is going to
Save
blow
it
your
for
mind.
yourself. Okay, all right, blow my mind.
Okay, go to watchit.com, WOCHIT.com.
Right now.
Yes.
All right. Watchit.com. All right, I'm there.
Okay, for the third chair, explain exactly what you see.
Exactly what I see. Okay, it looks like the kind of thing that you can log into. So this is some kind of personalized thing. We love video, so we built the predictive video creation platform that you'll love too. Create impactful videos now.
Okay, watch this. This is absolutely mind-blowing. I want you to think about you being YouTube, right?
Okay.
You create this platform, YouTube, and the idea is all these people are going to make videos about things they love, and they're going to upload it, and then you're going to create these artificial intelligence ways to go through all these videos and make sure there's no violence or gore or nudity or things like that, right?
Yeah, mostly works.
Yep. Okay, so along comes things like Watch It. Scroll down.
Okay.
So just describe what you see here. What does this service appear to be?
It looks like video editing software. That's what I'm seeing next. Primitive video editing software. It's not good stuff. Your deadlines. 108 million licensed assets.
Okay, now stop right there. You see 108 million editorial and creative license assets. So they gather up all these images and they do things like that. Scroll down in the next line of stats. This is what I want you to stop and think and listen to your brain and what it's telling you about these numbers that you see. Scroll, read. Video's trending now. What do you see?
Whoa. Wow.
There's a third chair here, Matt. You got to explain what you're seeing, man.
Yeah, well, I'm drinking it in, buddy. It's kind of a lot. You came to this prepared. Holy cow. Okay, so what they're saying is in the last month, they have mushed together a collection of 108 different editorial and creatively licensed clips or images.
108 million.
108 million.
Numbers matter right now. Yep.
1.6 million videos in the last month.
Okay, how many videos did it say they created today?
59,000.
Wrap your brain around that.
I'm trying. I scrolled through my YouTube channel, taking stock of where things were at, I don't know, a few days ago. I was like, wow, look at this. Like, I covered this entire book of the Bible. I covered this whole series of topics, all this history stuff. It's like 250, 260 videos. And I think about how much time and care and individual writing went into each of those. And that's like 250. This is 59,000 videos created today.
Yeah.
I mean, and they're like Taco Bell menu videos where you just take the handful of ingredients and just mush them together in slightly different ways and try to pass it off as something original.
So this does several things. So this is the weaponization. I'm going to use the term weaponization loosely here. This is the weaponization of content creation. So if you can create 59,000 videos today on whatever topic your people are paying you to do, because you're using these artificial intelligence engines to create these things, you enter a script, you enter a digital content asset library. So let's say we're going to mix in some videos about Trump and Ruth Bader Ginsburg and the Supreme Court from the outside in the White House, and then we're going to shake it all up and we're going to pour out the Yahtzee dice and we're going to see what video we get. And we're going to do that 2,000 times today. And we're going to have these machines make us 2,000 videos, and we're just going to slam them on the internet, and we're going to try to saturate what's going on.
Something will hit with that many.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Because it's only sort of merit-based. But look at this. It's ready to publish. Customize your daily video creations into your own fresh branded story. That'll take 1 minute.
Yep.
What?
Yeah.
Can you imagine making a YouTube video for your channel in 1 minute that would provide value to a viewer?
Right, exactly.
That's impossible.
But here's the thing. Okay, this is the brain melting part. So are you beginning to wrap your brain around the scale of using artificial intelligence to create online video content?
And this is only one service.
This is one service that's above board. This is a for-profit, non-state funded service that is doing it in the open.
How on earth can YouTube stay ahead of this?
Imagine what's happening.
I can't imagine. Okay, here's another thing, dude. I think about stuff from my genre. I know you pay more attention to things from the genre in which you work, right? You're comparing notes, seeing what's working, what other people are doing, celebrating successes of others, maybe rolling your eyes at silly stuff from time to time. I do the same in my genre, and my genre, unlike yours, just sucks. It's rough. There's not good content. It's combative. It's weird. Religious content on the internet is not usually very fun. It's really cool when you run into something that's great. One of the things that blows my mind is when I go to get started on writing my next video or whatever, and I just go to check out what's already out there, and I will always find 4 or 5 complete trash videos. Nobody on screen, stock footage garbage, and a script that was written almost like it was written in another language and then run through a translator bot. And I will see these from time to time be wildly successful. And so part of what's blowing my mind right now is I'm finally understanding how that can happen. And honestly, that's a little bit less discouraging. So there's some upside to this.
The story I want to tell is you, YouTube person that's angry because YouTube did something wrong, do not understand the engineering problem that these people are trying to solve. This is an impossible thing to stay ahead of.
Can you imagine what it would take, how much money and manpower and man hours it would take to go through and manually delete just the 1.6 million videos that were shared from Watchit.com alone last month?
It's impossible.
It's impossible.
So they create these artificial intelligence countermeasures, right?
They have to.
So YouTube creates a platform. Watchit weaponizes AI for content creation. YouTube creates AI countermeasures. And by the way, the Watchit AI has countermeasures built into it to get around the YouTube terms of service stuff, right? So
Of course.
YouTube has to create AI with countermeasures to sniff all this stuff out. And then at that point, we've got bots fighting each other. And so YouTube is trying to stay ahead of this. But think about this, Matt. If you were to take 1.6 million, 1, 2, 3 zeros, 1 point, okay, that's 1.6 million. If you were to take 1.6 million videos and you were to develop AI that could take out 99.9 of these, right? So we're going to let 0.01 slip through the crack.
Okay.
How many is that?
Like 1,000?
Yeah, you're still getting all this stuff through. So let's imagine the bad guys want.
Is it 1,000? I didn't add it up. Is that how much it is?
I think so. Hold on. 1, 6, 0, 0, 0, 0 times 0.001
is what you want.
times 0.001 equal 1,600. Yeah, 1,600 videos would still get through.
Okay, but here's the other question.
Yeah.
In getting that whittled down to 1,600 videos, and we really should have been able to do that in our heads.
So we should have.
Now you've run the math on it, I'm feeling pretty embarrassed.
Yeah.
Did you know that we do base 10 here with our numbers?
No, I didn't know that. No.
Yeah, so there's a lot of really convenient little tricks that you can use because of that. It's crazy. 10 fingers is amazing. You do professional math, right? Engineering for a living.
Move on to your point, Matt.
Okay, I was just checking. I wasn't absolutely for sure. So just think about, in an effort to purge 99.9 whatever percent of that, how much collateral damage is there going to be as well?
Exactly.
It's not just here's how much gets through, it's here's how much good stuff gets caught in the filter. And this gets me to connecting some dots here. And I'm going to ask the third chair to be patient here because I know that people from a whole variety of points of view listen, and I appreciate that. There's been a lot of talk lately, whether fair or not, that social media seems to be more interested in pushing back on fringe stuff that tends right than pushing back on fringe stuff that tends left politically. Fair or not, that's the accusation. That's the observation.
I have a new theory on this, but go ahead. See if you arrive at the same theory.
That's where I'm headed right here.
Yes.
And I will go only so far as to say, though I am not a rightist, I see some evidence to support that assertion. I see sometimes that it seems exaggerated. But what about this? What if people overseas who either, one, want to spread division, or two, just want to make a buck by monetizing division, what if they figured out that the way the left responds to crazy right stuff is more likely to draw numbers than the way the right responds to crazy left stuff? And as a result, they do a whole lot more crazy right stuff because for whatever reason, financially, that's more beneficial. And as a result, groups like YouTube create their countermeasures. And so more stuff that looks to you and me like it leans right gets caught in those countermeasures, and maybe there's not a grand conspiracy. Am I crazy?
You're not. Let me say it a different way. Okay, so you're saying maybe it's intentional that attacks are happening on the right more.
No. Well, maybe it's intentional from the malicious actors that we imagine are overseas. That's what I'm saying.
I'm going to speak in stereotypes, and that's always dangerous. But is a young person or an older person more likely to be on the left?
I just saw a poll about this. The only age group where a slight majority favors socialism as an economic system is like the 18 to 22 window. So yeah, younger equals more left historically.
And so older would be more right, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's correct. Oh, I see what you're doing.
Yeah. Who did telemarketers target?
I just watched 2 videos today of IRS scammers calling people, intelligent people who caught it, but I know people who've been suckered by it, and they're not young.
Right. So, if you're going to spend time making videos to try to sucker people, who are you going to...
Oh, golly.
Yeah, you're going to attack the older generation. The older generation tends to be more to the right. Therefore, this is the transitive property of Destin hand-waving YouTube data. Therefore, they are more likely to create inauthentic behavior on the right.
Because of the people who tend right.
Therefore, YouTube's algorithms are going to have to be applied across the board to the right more.
Yeah.
And then you have collateral damage, and when you have collateral damage, you get one YouTuber with a voice making a video saying how they're being suppressed.
Yeah.
You see what's happening here.
Okay, all right. But hold on. Let's also be honest. The different parts of the country lean very heavily in certain directions. I remember when I lived on the north side of Chicago in 2004, when Barack Obama was running for Senate, there were like 8 votes in that entire district that weren't for Barack Obama. There are parts of the country that lean dramatically right and dramatically left. And come on, the Bay Area is